Dear JCI leaders and members from all around the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from sunny Monaco and JCI headquarters virtual office. My name is Kevin Hin, JCI Secretary General, and I'm proud to be able to take a few minutes of your time ahead of this festive period to present to you our end-of-year report and the work that JCI World Headquarters has undertaken, not just this year, but also over the last 5 years, since, as some of you may know, I will be leaving my role as Secretary General at the end of this year, or the end of this month, more or less, and assuming new responsibilities and new challenges elsewhere. This will be an opportunity for me to highlight the work undertaken by the headquarters team over the last 5 years to support our global organization. As you know, since the start of our term of office on the 1st of January 2020, the world has gone through many changes, notably with the COVID-19 pandemic, war, climate change related issues, and many other major world problems which we're facing right now. And this is where JCI's tagline, which was introduced in 2019, developing leaders for a changing world, took on all of its resonance. I will first take you through some guiding principles which has driven our team for the last 5 years, notably the desire to impact the individual who can then impact the community, taking young people with ambition from all around the world and developing this ambition and nurturing this ambition across the 4 areas of opportunity through 4 types of actions in order to create the JCI global leader, an enterprising young leader who is at the same time a global change maker, a global communicator, a global networker, and a global entrepreneur, one who masters all 4 areas of opportunity in equal measure. The tagline, Developing Leaders for a Changing World, became the cornerstone of the new strategic plan that was launched post-COVID in 2022, and which will guide us at our actions starting in 2023 until the end of 2027, based once again around these 4 areas of opportunity, with a new vision introduced 2 years ago to provide leadership development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change, and a new vision where we have moved away from solely community work based on active citizens to really working on all 4 of these areas of opportunity to be the foremost global network of young leaders. As you can see, at the heart of everything we do, and the purpose of these 4 areas of opportunity is to create JCI members and to empower them, make them feel special, and turn them into these strong, decisive, agile, and enterprising young leaders. Those who lead by example, who move to the front, who listen to everybody's opinions, but then take the lead and move forward with strong action. And to do that, we have 4 key strategies, which are the fundament of our business model and which will be outlined today in terms of the implementation plan. This year, President Kavin Kumar Ravel's inspiring leadership was guided around 33 different initiatives as part of the 2024 plan of action, which is to make a difference. Our team at World Headquarters has been working with a global board of directors and the global committees as part of what we call the Golden Triangle, with one goal: to empower our national organizations and help their growth and development, to boost their members and to help them on their leadership journey, to make them into vectors of positive change and future leaders in government, business, and civil society. And our goal is driven by Vision 2040, as you can see here, to have 500,000 members over the next 15 years or so. There are many ways of doing things, but we have focused truly on the alignment of actions, projects, and programs. We cannot have one national organization or one area going in one direction and the rest of the world going in another. in order for all four areas to work as a global organization, we need to speak with one voice. And this is the main goal of our actions this year. You can see our global headquarters organizational structure. When we began our work in January 2020, we had a majority of staff at JCI World Headquarters inside the building in St. Louis. As COVID struck and as the world became more globalized, we saw that times changed, and now I'm happy to say that we have a very decentralized team. We still have 4 team members in St. Louis, but now we have offices all around the world, and we have presence on all 4 areas, spread out in equal measure. And the goal of this was truly an effective regionalization, one in which we can really bring the expertise of our staff members, many of whom are JCI members, current and former officers, both at international and national level, and bring their expertise on the ground to be able to touch our members directly. So this organization chart, I'm sure you can't even read it, but it highlights the various aspects of the business model that we have, which I'll outline later. Here's a more telling photo. Our team members gathering just before the World Congress in Taiwan this year. You can see members from all around the world, smiling faces, full of positive energy, and people who are here to support you and your actions every day of the week and available at any time because we're spread across most of the time zones around the world. Now, let me talk about the actions, the concrete actions which we've been implementing in each department. Our marketing communications team was revamped this year, and they were assigned to these various initiatives for them, which we have been working strongly on right now. You can see the different success levels, notably real-time information on social media, growth on all of our social media platforms, notably on Instagram, and the presence of media managers around the world too, in 97 countries. We also launched under the impulsion of President Kavin, Leader magazine, and it was relaunched. And this title is telling because this is exactly how we want to define JCI moving forward. And this magazine engaged huge success. We've had many successes also when it comes to visibility on social media. You can see some of our most successful reels on Instagram and Facebook with the different content. And we also came back to a recipe that brought success during the COVID days, one of online sessions, notably the handover ceremony, the public speaking competition, which took place online at the end of September, and also the JCI Rise Virtual Summit. And you can see some of the analysis we made, Facebook leading in total viewership, however, Instagram developing more engagement, the largest segment being 25 to 35, but rapid growth in the younger generation, the legendary Generation Z. And you can see that what we work on is more emotional content and more personal development content as well. Over the last 5 years, our challenge was to really position our marketing and communications department as the voice of JCI, developing an organization for adults and with an adult outlook on things, something which future leaders can be proud of. You can see on my office wall in the background, you have the different pillars and some of the graphic assets, notably JCI Rise, the 4 areas of opportunity and a refreshment of the brand. And this has led to 44% growth in social media followers, thanks to the amazing work of our team. In terms of leadership development, this is the heart of everything we do as an organization that, of course, develops leaders for a changing world. Skills development, our wonderful team, which has been working hard for the last 5 years, led by Director Comfort, has been implementing these 4 core initiatives, many of them new for this year and which are here to stay. Our training certification program is a global level a program which is here to boost the quality of our trainings. JCI will not go back to being solely a training organization, but our leaders need to be great communicators, global communicators, and this is why they need to be able to convey their knowledge, hence the use of strong national training certification. You can see the results here at national, area, and in the future at global level as well, thanks to the wonderful training mentors who have been supporting us. Our Global Leadership Masterclasses were launched during COVID in 2020, and in addition to the free videos, which are a pure member benefit, which you can access online, we developed this year Global Leadership Masterclass workshops, which were incredibly well attended around the world, and the Global Leader Challenge, which was won by the JCI podcast of JCI Bangkok in Thailand this year. So congratulations to our friends in Thailand who have been able to showcase their talent. Speaking of talent, we launched the Global Level Talent Search examination this year, and congratulations to our global winner, Nazaret Paniagua from Bolivia, who won this Global Talent Search, which brought around secondary school students from all around the world, age 13 to 17, to answer general knowledge questions and learn more about JCI. And finally, we cannot have good leaders without having good chairpersons, and which is why we launched this chairing and parliamentary procedure training, which was extremely successful in all 4 area conferences and World Congress. Our skills development team have done an amazing job, as you can see on this timeline, revamping training and pursuing our goal of JCI becoming a global benchmark of excellence when it comes to youth leadership development training. In 2020, we had to shift online due to COVID, but this didn't prevent us in 2021 from launching the Creative Young Entrepreneur Program, which is now run by Events, and the Global Leadership Masterclass. This year, we strengthened JCI's official courses and launched the Trainers Forum, our trainers certification program, around the world, and we look forward to an even newer and stronger impulsion next year under our new leadership to be able to bring skills development to the next height. You'll see lots of exciting developments soon. When it comes to events, again, an area where we had to be extremely adaptable, notably with COVID, bringing our area conferences and World Congress online for 2 years before transitioning back to in-person events, and it has been done brilliantly by our events team around the world, and this was concretized by the fabulous World Congress we had in Taiwan this year. Our 4 area conference and World Congress were all 5 ahead of expectations in terms of attendance, which meant good financial results as well, both for our conference organizing committees and for JCI. And thank you to all the members and organizers in Paraguay, in Rwanda, in Cambodia, in Finland, and in Taiwan for the amazing work and for sharing your beautiful countries with our members around the world. For future events, where our events team, led by Director Valentina, are already working on some excellent progress trackers and are working smoothly with our organizing committees in South Africa, in Honduras, in Denmark, Mongolia, and of course the World Congress in Tunisia, to be able to create amazing events. We also revamping all of our resources, notably the events handbook, to make bidding easier, and as well as toolkits for debating, public speaking, creative young entrepreneur, and all of our programs so that we can truly understand. Looking ahead and moving forward, as you can see, our events are the cornerstone of JCI. Please encourage your members on the ground to attend JCI events, because this is how they will truly understand the I of JCI and really know how to make a difference, make friends in different countries, build their networks, both in business and at a personal and professional level, and truly become the strong enterprising leaders we are developing. In terms of growth and development and our teams on the ground in the areas, this is our biggest department, and they've been assigned to many initiatives which they have driven brilliantly this year. As you can see, notably the JCI Junior Club, the JCI Alumni Club, and Vision 2040. In terms of success stories, what I want to highlight are the consolidation of some national organizations which have been growing, such as Uzbekistan, Namibia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia, and especially we've welcomed 5 new countries this year to our global family: Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, the Comoros, Sri Lanka, and Guatemala. We have a lot more large countries in the pipeline, and our projects moving forward are to integrate the Gulf states, Egypt, Kenya, Chile, Spain, Kazakhstan, and many more in the future. There's still a lot to do in the world, and we really need to highlight countries where we can have strong impact and where we can truly grow to 1,000 or 2,000 members in a few years, with strong populations and strong ability and willingness to develop our leaders, as well as consolidating the countries where we are already strong and keeping them strong. To this effect, we're launching a whole series of regional offices as part of our regionalization program. And on the 6th of December, I was proud to be able to join President Kavin and President-elect Keisuke, as well as the leaders of Asia and the Pacific, to launch our first regional office in Asia and the Pacific in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Big thanks to JCI Malaysia for hosting us and for supporting us there. In terms of the other initiatives, the Mentor-Mentee program was launched this year thanks to the support of JCI Mongolia, with many mentors and mentees, 63 of each around the world, with this comprehensive program, and this will carry on next year. We launched online sessions to share best practices on membership growth and retention, as well as creating our new toolkit for membership drives and to boost our goals to achieve Vision 2040. 500,000 members by the year 2040. You can see that we have a clear Gantt chart and a clear strategy which will be implemented next year, and you can see that there's a clear direction, notably identifying the challenges and with clear action. This was released in a white paper which was voted on and accepted at our General Assembly in Taiwan, and you can see that we have many key actions which will be the cornerstone of our 2025 plan of action moving forward to start implementing and acting on this Vision 2040, so this vision, this dream truly becomes a reality and doesn't stay just at the act of talking, but we actually get acting instead. Now, when it comes to our structure, partnerships and merchandising, we've been working on these 4 programs which have achieved great success, and you can see some fantastic results from our partnerships team. We have a total of almost 35,000 signatures for the petition to boost International Human Duties Day, notably with a celebration that took place at the United Nations this year with President Kavin, and 181 countries involved, which is absolutely amazing. And this will carry on next year as we hope to truly launch to have July the 10th adopted as International Human Duties Day at the General Assembly of the United Nations next September. Our JCI in Business Toolkit was launched, and we have already launched several pilot programs with strong programs both at the area conferences and the World Congress. In terms of revenue raising, our team, Diana, Natalia, and Sandra, did a fantastic job signing 10 new financial partnerships, thanks to the leads given by President Kavin and by the Sponsorships Committee, with almost $70,000 of partnerships signed. We also launched and developed a new Creative Young Entrepreneur Accelerator program in collaboration with the Sustainable Development Solutions Network Youth Organization, and we launched 3 new institutional partnerships. Moving forward, as I mentioned, we're going to work on consolidating International Human Duties Day, this fantastic initiative launched by President Argenis Angulo in 22 and really brought to the next level by President Kavin this year. For JCI in Business, we're going to keep growing and developing this program with our partner, the International Chamber of Commerce. And for Club 100, we need your support as well to keep on bringing in corporate sponsors around the world. And we're working on impact reporting to help. This year, you can see some pictures of what we achieved, notably with our corporate sponsors. I'm happy to announce that we can also welcome Six Rent-A-Car as a new sponsor starting in 2025. You can see our JCI in Business session at the World Congress and our key partner, Business Network International, being highlighted as well. A big, big, big thank you to all of our partners, notably our platinum partners, BNI and Charged Zone Billionaire, for your great financial support, and we hope to carry on this great collaboration next year. Since 2020, we really put a huge accent on growing our partnerships so that they can be win-win for JCI, and we've attended more than 25 external events. Most recently, I was attending the World Business Angels Investment Forum with President Kavin, their World Congress in Bahrain, where we hope to be able to open JCI soon. And you can see that since we launched our corporate partnerships strategy in 2022, we are now achieving results. So this is how we want to carry on in the future. We also launched a new merchandising strategy as well, which is being managed by the Asia and the Pacific Growth and Development Team, notably with merchandise which you can pick up at area conferences and world congresses next year as well, so that you can carry with pride the JCI brand around the world as well. We even have digital products too, which you can buy on our JCI virtual community. In terms of project management, this new department led by Belen Rojas notably focuses on highlighting JCI projects around the world, especially regarding the JCI Rise initiative, launched in 2020 as our reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is carrying on, promoting projects that are not purely charity, but are anchored in economic reality. And thanks to the amazing work by both Belen and the EVP Titiwin Zima and the fantastic JCI Rise Committee, led by Chairperson Sunny Lee from Taiwan, we've been really able to grow economically relevant projects around the world, which are highlighted in our online project gallery. You can see our JCI Rise sessions at the 4 area conferences. We had an online session which you can still watch on Facebook. Big thank you to JCI Hong Kong JSET for the fantastic support you gave us for that. And we had a very well attended session at the World Congress to highlight great projects and best practices on how to build projects that can have a true economic impact on the community, those that can boost economies and societies, and that can help develop strong leaders who can stimulate economic growth and employment around the world, thereby helping the SDGs, which are most relevant for JCI. Shadow the President is also a great initiative driven by President Kavin this year, where during his 65 official visits, he had members shadowing him and therefore getting inspiration. President Kavin truly made our members feel special this year, thanks to his enlightened talks with all of our members on the ground. You can see the results of Shadow the President around the world, and I know that President Keisuke will keep giving this opportunity to members in the coming year as well. Finally, when it comes to data-driven innovation, information technology has been key, notably through our JCI virtual community, which has encompassed a global membership database as well. Over the last 4 years, we've been working hard on developing this JCI virtual community, and I really request and recommend to our members to download the application, which is constantly being updated and improved on to be based to suit the needs of 2024, to be able to be the one-stop solution to for new members to access our global network. We've got more and more trainings, help desks, thanks to Committee Chair Lucy Jiang from Hong Kong, as well as our great IT team, Josh Dahiro and Arvind, for your great work in training and help desk. And with our 50,000 active members, we can still improve learning on the JCI virtual community. You can see all the work that was done over the last 5 years to improve the JCI virtual community. You can screenshot this if you want. And to wrap up, I want to talk about finances and where we are right now. You can see our net asset trend. Unfortunately, our stats for 2024 aren't ready yet, but because the year still isn't over. But you can see that the trend has been one of increase. We started with $4 million of reserves in 2018, and as of today, we have almost 7 million, and we'll probably have even more by the end of this year. So we're talking about an almost of a massive increase of 3 million, 70% of our reserves in the last 5 years. And this has been done thanks to JCI headquarters and our board of directors running our organization like a business. And this is how we encourage you all on the ground to run your own local and national organizations. It's not because we're a non-profit organization that we can afford to make losses. And we made a conscious effort on cost cutting, but also revenue raising as well, as you can see through merchandising, corporate sponsorships, expansion of our membership growth, better quality events, so that we can really make a financially sustainable global organization, one which is fit for the future. And I know that this mindset of running JCI as a business will carry on as well. You can see the reasons, the recipes we used and to justify such successful financial results. And I'd like to thank everybody from our board of directors in helping us run this. To wrap up, you can see here, this is an old photo. It's a photo which dates from November 2020 in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. And you can see some smiling faces joining us on Zoom platform. Our team didn't meet for almost 2.5 years together, or nearly 3 years, during COVID-19 pandemic. And even so, we kept everything together. And some of these faces, led by President Itai Manieri, are no longer with JCI. Some of them still are, but everybody contributed in a strong manner to this success. And I don't know how many staff I worked with over the last 5 years, but each and every one of them helped contribute to be where JCI is today, and each of these members had a strong impact. This photo was taken yesterday of our current team in our final team meeting of the year, and you can see again slightly more updated backgrounds with the advance of technology, but the energy, passion, and enthusiasm are still there. And this is one of my lasting memories, that and the engagement with members on the ground of the wonderful staff team I've been blessed to work with, have been driving the organization in the areas or in central departments all around the world. As for me, I'm handing over JCI to some fantastic hands in the person of current JCI Vice President and incoming Interim Secretary General, Elvin Teo. Elvin has shown the talent and dedication to succeed, and we've been working together for the last 4 months to have a proper handover. He will bring in his new ideas, his vision, and his new passion, his strong passion and energy to this role, and I could not think of anyone better to carry on the legacy of what we've been working on for the last 5 years as we rise up under the leadership of President-elect Keisuke Shimoyamada. I would like to especially thank the presidents I've worked with over the last 5 years, the boards of directors, and the different leaders, and of course the staff. Since 2020, we started by bridging the gap around the world during the COVID-19 pandemic, and together we rose up towards one future in 2021, one future we worked on together even in the midst of crisis. In 2022, leading was truly our duty as we moved away from the pandemic, and guided by purpose. In 2024, we truly made a massive difference. Thank you again, President Kavin. In 2025, we will definitely rise up under the great leadership and kind-heartedness and professionalism of our new President-elect, Keisuke Shimoyamada. On this note, I would like to thank each of every one of you, first of all, for listening to this long presentation, but I hope that going into such detail gave you some insights on what JCI headquarters has been doing over the last few years. I know we do have a budget, we do have plenty of staff, but one of my main goals has been to make sure that our staff and our team members are truly driven, that they believe in the mission and vision of our organization, and that they truly care. And I'm proud to say that they all do. And you have a fantastic team who will be supporting you in 2025 for all of your initiatives. For myself, it has been the utmost pleasure and honor to be able to serve you, the members on the ground and leaders, for the last 5 years as your Secretary General. We have gone through a lot, and I hope that JCI now is in a stronger position than it has ever been, at least in the last few years, and definitely stronger than it was on the 1st of January 2020, so we can build solid foundations to achieve Vision 2040. I have been a member of JCI in Monaco and around the world for the last 21 years, and I will carry on supporting the organization, maybe in a different context and different position, but I will still be here for you. And as my team know and the incoming board, I'm only one WhatsApp away. Thank you again, and I wish you a very happy end to 2024. The year is still not over, and a great start to 2025. As you can see, I'm convinced that for JCI, the very best is yet to come, and we are here to support developing leaders for a changing world. Long live JCI! Thank you again. See you soon.